A few people had mentioned that my relationship reminded them of the movie Not Without My Daughter, and of course I had to watch it. I'd never heard of it before, so I was curious to see how I related to that movie. I would say it's pretty spot on to how quickly people can change or portray themselves to be something for a really long time, and that's not who they are. And it is so scary. But it sounds like you're the crazy one, because it's like when you explain that this person has changed so much and it's not who they saw or who they knew, it's like, no, you're lying, because that person could never be like that, but they are. So in the movie, obviously, if you've seen it, you know that the husband is one person, Americanized. He's very loving with his wife. He's very sweet. He's very understanding. But around his family, he starts basically physically harming her. Not basically, he does physically harm her. That movie did actually trigger some memories within me. I remember this one time I was working, I was pregnant, and he was already home before me. Or we usually got home around the same time. Our commute was pretty similar. And I had called him and I was like, hey, I don't feel like making dinner tonight. I'm going to order me a salad from BJ's. Do you want anything? I knew it's somewhere that the restaurant that he likes. So I was like, hey, do you want anything? And he's like, no, I think I'm just going to eat at home. Like, he'd go out with his friends after work a lot too. So he's like, no, we had a big lunch. Like, I'm good. And I'm like, okay, just really, I don't want to say sweet or understanding, but just human, right? Like, no, I'm good. Like, very normal interaction, right? So I get home and I park on the street because I wasn't allowed to park in the garage because he said there wasn't room enough for both of our cars. So he got the garage and I got the street. So I parked my car on the street and I noticed that his dad is there. And I'm like, okay, great. And this is after his dad had physically attacked me. So like, I was like, great, what's he doing here? But okay. So I, said hello to him, still respectful, still kind. I go inside and I'm opening my salad, and then they both had walked in the house. And I was like, do you want some? I mean, it's a really big salad. And of course, his father and my ex-father-in-law responded like he always does. I don't eat rabbit food. And I was like, I know you don't eat stuff like this, but I thought I would still ask. And so he looks at my then husband, his son, and he's like, really? She didn't get you anything? And like mumbling shit to him. So they go into the garage, and I already know that there's going to be a fight. I just know it. So my ex-husband, closes the garage, comes in, and he's like, oh. And I'm like, fighting myself because I really don't want to ask him. I'm like, what happened? And he's like, all you do is think about yourself. Like, that's all you do. You don't worry about anybody else. You grab yourself a salad. And I'm like, I had called you and asked you. And he's like, see, and I'm expressing my feelings and you can't even listen to me. You can't even understand, I'm hungry too. I work all day. And I was like, like 8 months pregnant at the time. And I'm like, I work too. And I'm growing a human. Like, I asked you what you wanted to eat. And by this time he's like, you know what? My parents were right. I should have never married you. You're not good for anything. And I'm like, I don't even know at this point to take this serious or not, because I'm like, what is his problem? Like, he was fine. He spoke to me lovingly. He was really kind. And then now he's saying I don't even think about him, and taking it all the way back to he wishes he didn't marry me. Like, that, like, dang, that's deep. Like, why are you taking it there? So I pack up my salad and I'm just like, oh, whatever. I eat whatever I can, because at this point, you just, if you've never been in it, you don't get it. And if you have, I'm sorry that you have, but I just eat whatever I can and I start cleaning up. And I'm like, well, do you want me to make you dinner? No, I'm just going to go out with the boys. I'm just going to get myself something. And I'm like, okay. And so he goes out for some beers that night and doesn't come home until I think it was like 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. Which, I mean, that's fine if that's what he wants to do, but it's like the smallest things. Something as simple as his father coming over triggered something so bad to where he was just laying into me, and that would pour into the next few days. I usually wouldn't do much about it, and I'm not trying to make myself sound like a saint, but I just wouldn't. I don't fight unless it means something to me. So if it's not going to matter to me in 5 years, I don't fight about it. My daughter's name, I fought about that because I didn't want her to have like a super Punjabi name. So I fought for that because that meant something to me. I I will not fight for things that don't mean anything. So his dad coming over, ruffling his feathers, and then him taking it out on me, I'm like, whatever, just, you'll be over it in a few days, right? But completely different person. Completely different person. And again, I'm not stuck in this. It's part of my life, and it's something that I want to discuss to get it off of my chest, and it's something that I do. And if you don't like it, then you don't like it. I don't know. But I'm glad that I had shared my story, because I probably wouldn't have never watched the movie. I'd never heard of it, and I think it's pretty old. So, but it's definitely worth a watch. So